figured I'd make a video on this before I got too far on it. Everybody's kind of been asking me what the next car is going to be. I bought this car probably a month or so before I sold the Mustang. Me and Drayden went all the way to Mustang, Oklahoma to pick it up. I kind of had, you know, it's a weird car, but I had some criteria that I needed to meet. I kind of thought about it more function over form. I kind of said in my post it was going to be an 800 horse, like street car, nothing special, just something that I enjoyed driving, full interior. Then we started thinking about it kind of logistically, and it needed to be 4-door, pretty light, but with enough room that you can put a lot of stuff in, because I want AC. Needed to have a suspension that I could mess with and actually, you know, halfway make work. I looked at G-bodies, Crown Vics, CTSVs, just kind of went back and forth, but everything kind of really had like a lot of downfalls. But this one checked most of the boxes except for how it looks, and it is ugly. Here it is. Basically a crew cab Fox body, 1984 Ford LTD. I didn't pay an absurd amount for it, but it is also the most I've ever paid for a roller. It's not perfect. It looks like trash right now because I'm buffing it. It was heavily oxidized from setting, but it's only got 50,000 miles on it. It's got some dings and stuff, you know, you can kind of see in the hood. It's got one up there on the roof. So it's not perfect. It's a driver for sure. It's got some dings and dents on the fender. That's what the paint looks like without being buffed. But overall, you know, it's pretty straight. It's rust-free. Like I said, it's got 50,000 miles on it, so it's honestly pretty clean for being an 84. I mean, it's 40 years old, so. But the biggest thing that sold me on it was the interior. It's definitely going to clean up. It's pretty good for what it is. It does need a headliner. It's got, I'm worried about the weight. It feels pretty light pushing this thing in and out. The motor's locked up, but it's got like power seats, power windows, power locks, just absurd amount of electronics on it for being an 84, even power gas cap, power trunk pop. But the interior is pretty good. It'll clean up. It's roomy enough. You know, it's stock. It's even got, I mean, it is stock. It's on the Fox body chassis, so all the suspension tricks and tips that I learned with the Mustang will kind of apply to this. This one's a little bit longer wheelbase, but you know, it's still triangulated 4-link rear end. It's still strut front end. We'll do the tube K-member, tube A arms. Got an aluminum 6.0 for it. It's an LS2, so it's the Siamese cylinders. I'm not gonna go real crazy with the power. I'll probably stroke it out to like a 408. We'll do a smaller turbo on it, 80 millimeter, 85, maybe 88. We'll do a forced inductions or something like that. Something quality, you know, that's going to spool up real quick. You can make power with Chinese turbos. I did it for years, but my forced inductions that I had on the Mustang for a while, it was really spicy as far as the spool time. So that's kind of what I'm going for with this. We'll do a 4L80 foot brake at first. We may go trans brake later on. AC, you know, I'm going to rock the power windows and stuff. I'm not really going to do a whole lot with looks. I am immediately, like before I even put the motor in it, it's getting cut up pretty bad in the back because these cars cannot clear a tire, and I definitely want to put a big old tire on the back. We'll have some 18s or 20s on the car. I'm going to have to get pretty aggressive with the tubs back there. I'm going to tub it out pretty big. Going to retain the back seat though, obviously. We're going to do what we can to get it as low as we can on a big tire and wheel package. I'll make some videos and take some pictures on the way. Next order of business after I get this kind of buffed up and stop the oxidation from happening will be starting to cut it up in the back and get it tubbed out. It's ugly as crap. You can tell me it's ugly, tell me I'm stupid, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to put my boy in something, put my buddies in something if I needed to. You know, we could do a drag and drive with it. We could take it on a road trip. We could go a town or two over and street race it, whatever we need to do. That's what the goal was with this one, so we'll see what happens.